question. Yes, you get quite good free weights sections there. It's also the staff in the gym are really helpful, so you'll be able to actually get some kind of personalized training for them as well if you want. There's like regular kind of drop-in sessions, so if you go to the gym at that particular time, it's called Ask a Trainer time, where you can just ask any kind of questions you need to know, which obviously is particularly important if you're doing free weights. But obviously there's also classes that you can take, and all sorts of different things, and you can hire courts as well to play sports. Do you ever use the free weights section?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, so how did you find, how was it for you to go?
Yeah, it's actually really well equipped. But previously it was kind of small because it used to be crowded up on peak times. They have peak times, so it's also good if you're going to go to the gym to have a schedule. So try and go on off-peak times. But with the Glasgow with the GIC program, most of the times when it's off-peak, you'll be at uni, you'll be at the college. So my closes at 10, so you still have time to do it in the evening, which is good. Yeah.
There's a swimming pool as well.
Yeah, yeah, there's
and
a
you
big
can have access to tennis courts as well.
Yeah,
And squash courts.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a swimming pool, tennis courts, squash courts, that's just what Hannah said, football pitches, basketball, there's literally everything.
Badminton you can play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something else is also steam and sauna.
Oh,
It's really good, yeah.
bit of relaxation.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
And you can do classes like body pump.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, so like
Zumba.
exercise classes, yoga.
Also fighting classes. If
Yeah.
you're interested in that.
Yeah, like martial arts.
Martial arts,
Yeah.
Muay Thai.
Yeah. We should go to the gym now, it's exciting. Is there a coffee machine in the shared kitchen? No, there is not. There's not a coffee machine in it, but it should be pretty easy for you to maybe discuss this with your flatmates and just buy one, or you just buy one for yourself, or you can get like a little cafetiere so that you don't just make 10 cups of coffee for yourself. That should be pretty easy to solve, and you can get them here in any kind of supermarket, or you can buy them online. That's easy enough to solve. Is there a uni water polo team? I'm not sure about that. Would you know?
I'm not sure. There are lots of societies.
Yeah.
There has to be one.
Yeah. I know there's definitely a swimming team, and I'm not too sure about water polo, but again, it'll be easy enough to find out. I'm happy to send you the link to all the different sports teams that the university has. Afterward, I'll just send it to this group, and that you should be able to find out from there. Coffee is essential, yes. I do understand that, especially we all here understand that, I think. But unfortunately it's not an essential item for survival, hence it is not in our student accommodation. But like I said, it's really easy to get a coffee machine. It's really not a big deal, and they're quite cheap as well. Or like I said, you can even drink instant coffee, I guess.
And there are lots of cafes you can get your daily dose of coffee.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Very close to your accommodation, there are lots of cafes.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Do you want to talk a bit about the West End, maybe here?
The West End is very nice, yes. There are lots of coffee shops, there are lots of restaurants. You can go to there are Chinese restaurants, there are Indian restaurants, there are French restaurants, Scottish restaurants, Italian restaurants, Thai restaurants, I think. So, there's lots of variety of cuisines. And there's a very nice coffee scene at the moment. There are lots of cafes where you can go, cafes where you can go and have a coffee.
Yeah.
There are pubs as well if you want to go and drink, although we don't want you to do that, especially not in the evening after work. But yes, there are clubs, some clubs as well. Actually, there's a club opposite the college. Again, we don't want you to encourage you to go there very regularly, but yes. So
I think what Paris is trying to say, you can do very, very many different things. Very close to the college. It's all in walking distance. We have a really nice park here right next to the college as well, which is fantastic. So Sorry, I just got distracted because Elizabeth is just telling us that she can't hear anything. I'm really sorry, Elizabeth. I hope you can maybe adjust your speaker settings. Oh yeah, now you can hear us. Fantastic. Okay, we'll carry on
Still someone at the microphone.
with the questions.
Where can I shop?
Where can you shop for clothes? I know about Buchanan Street. Ugh, that's a pretty good start, I'd
Yeah, it
say.
is.
Where do you shop for clothes, James?
I'm a student, so I like offers.
Yes.
I do most of my shopping online, but if you really want to go into the shop and store and actually try stuff, like you said, Buchanan Street is really good. You start off from Sauchiehall Street, which goes down to Buchanan Street. That's the high street. You can also get shops on Byers Road. So, like the West End is very eclectic, so you can find all that you want close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, within walking distance. You can
Yeah.
actually walk from the uni to Sauchiehall and Buchanan Street.
Yeah. I think it depends on your taste in clothes again as well, or what
Mm.
kind of clothes you wear. So, for example, Byers Road here in the West End has a lot of vintage and charity shops. So you will get a lot of second-hand clothing, like I said, vintage, so it could be from different times, like in the past. And charity shops here in the UK are very popular. So when you buy an item from a charity shop, it goes to that charity and supports a specific cause. So you can even walk around and pick your cause, basically. Sauchiehall Street and Buchanan Street, like you said, it's just kind of the main shops that you want here in the UK, that you find on any kind of high street in any city. There's also a bit more of a pricier area, so if you like your designer brands and you're really into that, then Merchant City, which just extends from Buchanan Street, is there as well. So there's really something for everything. I believe Glasgow has also been named like City of Shopping in previous years, so the city actually got an award for it. So it's a really good experience that you get here for shopping. And then obviously there's also Edinburgh. Let's not forget we're only about 40 minutes away from Edinburgh on the train. You can get a direct train there, and obviously there's loads of shops there as well.
Like Harvey Nicks.
Like Harvey Nichols, yes, exactly.
If you like expensive clothing.
Yeah, exactly. So there's plenty of things to explore here in Glasgow and in the surrounding area. Would we have a party for Christmas? Do you remember the Christmas party last year?
We had one.
Yeah. Okay. James obviously wasn't there, so
I travelled, so yeah.
he travelled. Okay. So yes, we do have a big party for Christmas. Actually, it happens during the day when most students don't have class, so that everybody is able to attend. And it's not so much a party; it's more of a Christmas fair. So we have different kind of stalls. And there'll be food, so most of the staff will be baking typical Christmas foods. I'm not quite sure what it will be exactly this year, but we already know the date, so it's definitely happening. But for example, last year you were able to go and see Santa and take a picture with him. We have very creative staff here in the college who like to craft things and knit and make Christmas cards. So yeah, I think we will definitely let you know that there is a Christmas party and you'll be able to join and celebrate with us. Just a few shops that you were asking for. Sock yards? I've never heard of sock yards. Anybody know sock yards? No? Sorry, Ziad. Abercrombie and Fitch? Yes, definitely.
That's a lovely shop.
Yes. Okay, so there's another specific question I'm not quite sure. Since GIC is part of Kaplan, which is also famous for its Kaplan CFA notes, would you offer special help related with CFA tests?
I can't.
That's the accounting and finance.
Ah, okay.
No, that's a completely separate part of Kaplan, so we don't work with them. But I'm sure your tutors will give everything that you need for passing your course here, so
Yes, okay.
wouldn't be worried.
Is there other accounting elements in the...
Well, you can do, if you're doing an accounting major, there is an accounting course actually, which is now it's just purely accounting. It used to be economics and finance, but now you can do a finance course. as part of your pre-masters route.
Okay,
As
yeah.
of September.
So you will get specific support for that, but I think the actual CFA test, or what you are referring to, is not something that we do here at the college. But you will have support with accounting, and you will certainly learn about it while you are here.
Can I comment on that? On the CFA?
Oh, okay, okay.
Right.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
The CFA, yeah. James has something to say.
So yeah, Angel. When I was studying here, I had a couple of my classmates studying for the CFA. So, like I said, get to know your friends. You'd be surprised to know how many students are actually doing the same, and you can work together to achieve your goal. So, good to get to know your classmates.
Okay, I think that's very good advice. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Zane was asking if Stockyard is the street name. No, it is Socky Hall, which is a complicated word. So Socky Hall. I've just typed it in. You're probably wondering why it is called Socky Hall Street, but yeah, that's just a Scottish accent, so you'll get used to that. Okay. Alright, are there any more questions that you would like to ask us? Please feel free to type away. Okay, I think just in the meantime, while you're thinking about some questions, maybe I can ask something. I have a question for James. Do you remember maybe some good advice for the students, either to bring here to Glasgow, or what you've wished you would have brought from home, or is there anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you come from a really exotic country, it'd be really good if you could bring some of your local delicacies. If you could also, you should also check with the border agencies if they allow you to bring in. But yeah, you could bring a couple of your delicacies. Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
That's it, yeah, cool.
Oh, there are African supermarkets, so there are Chinese supermarkets
Yeah,
here.
they are. Yeah.
So you could get Indian supermarkets, so you can get quite a lot of your food in this country as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
We do actually have a list of these supermarkets, which is in your arrival pack. So once you get here, you will have that list with you, so you'll be able to find out where all these supermarkets are. And obviously, if there's something missing, then we're always happy to help you find out a bit more about that. But some are maybe closer to the college. There's a road that's called Great Western Road. There's quite a lot of shops there. There you can find different shops from different cultures, and there's also some really big ones, so specifically Chinese supermarkets. There's quite a lot of big ones right in the city centre. So again, it's quite easy. Which reminds me, transport, public transport. How did you travel around here in Glasgow?
The transport system is really good, depending on where exactly you want to go. Moving around Glasgow, you could use the tube, which is fairly priced. You can get an all-day ticket. You could also use the buses. The buses actually get you to specific locations, so they're actually more branched out. Or you could use a train if you live close to a train station, which includes Partick and Exhibition Centre. So the two train stations are very close. But the tubes are very close. Next to GIC is the Kevin Hall. Yeah. So getting around Glasgow, it's quite easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And convenient.
There's also, I think there's kind of like cards, especially now for the subway as well, that you can get, and you just load some money onto it, and all you have to do is just kind of swipe it somewhere, and then it buys you a ticket. So that is quite convenient, isn't it?
You should apply for a rail card when you get here. It takes off a third of the price of any train that you want to take. So it's also good to, like, the place is really beautiful. You want to take tours off the weekend to go see around the country.
Yeah, because you can travel in the whole of the UK with your rail card, so
Mhm.
that's very good, especially if you want to head down to London.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of our students want to do that, or even just to Edinburgh. Like I
And
think
to
it
Edinburgh,
helps.
yeah,
It helps
it
for
helps,
that. Even just to take a third off, I think any money off is quite good.
So it's really good.
Which reminds me, I forgot to say that earlier when James was talking about the shopping here in Glasgow. You don't get student discount on your groceries, but you get quite a lot of student discounts on clothes. So definitely remember that to
And
have once you
restaurants.
get your in restaurants as well, exactly. So once you get your student card, you'll be able to show that, and it's always worth asking wherever you go. Do you offer student discount? Because sometimes even if it's just 5 or 10%, it does make a difference, I'd say. Now there was a. Where can I buy a motorcycle? Do you ride a motorcycle?
Yeah, one of my friends actually
Oh,
bought
really?
a motorcycle,
Oh wow.
but you need to have an international license to actually do it. If not, then you'll apply for a license here, and you'll get a learner's permit, but it only allow you to buy a 125cc motorbike. That's the maximum amount cc you can get. Plus, the downside is also you can't have passengers on your bike, so you can't carry your girlfriend or your partner on it. So sad, but you can buy your bike. You can buy them online. Depending on how much money you have, you can get several motorcycle stores around Glasgow.
Oh, he's saying about the bicycle, not an actual motorcycle.
Oh, it changed this. Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay. Bicycle, you can also get them. You can get them online if you want. There's a website called Gumtree where you can get second-hand bicycles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can also buy a new bicycle if you want one. It all depends on what you actually want. But yeah, a bicycle is also a really good way to get around.
Okay. I've just typed the answer to the bicycle question. Okay, like I said, just don't panic if you can't hear everything. Like I said, we will upload the video as soon as possible after this chat, so you'll be able to hear us. But James was just saying that there's a website that's called Gumtree, and you can, like for example, buy your bicycles from there. It's a website that's quite versatile. You can buy pretty much anything from there. So if you're looking for furniture, I think cars, coffee machines. I think you can pretty much buy anything off Gumtree. Just be careful that because it's other people actually selling on Gumtree, so that you don't kind of get engaged in some kind of fraud or something. But like I said, again, this is something that we can help you with. So for example, if you're not quite sure about a person on Gumtree, you can always just kind of tell us about it, and we can have a look for you to see if there's anything that we might recognise as more familiar. Oh yeah, there was a question about that you want to play tennis and where you can do that. You'll be able to do that at the university. So once you arrive here in Glasgow, we will show you around the campus, and there will hopefully be some representatives from the societies and all the clubs here during your first week as well, and you'll be able to talk to them about playing tennis. If not, like I said, you can always come to us and we will help you sign up for that club. Or if it's just that you just want to hire a court for you and your friends, then that should be possible as well. We can help you with that.
There are private tennis clubs as well that you can go and play if you want.
Oh, yeah.
In the West End.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Hindland.
Okay.
Yes, not
Do you
very
play
far.
tennis yourself?
I don't, but
Okay.
you know, I live
Yeah.
near the area where there are tennis
Yeah.
clubs. So
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to catch up with all the comments here. I think we're before the last one. Okay, so that's quite an interesting question. Some people tell me that British cuisine is horrible, isn't it?
No, it's actually quite nice. You can have lots of fantastic food in Scotland.
Yeah.
And in fact, we have some really nice restaurants in the West End
Yeah.
where you can sample Scottish cuisine.
Indeed.
So yeah, I think that's a myth not a reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Did you try?
Yeah, I've tried. I love food, so I've tried a couple of restaurants here,
Yeah.
and they're really good restaurants. Like Pano said, in the West End you'll find a couple of restaurants that you will enjoy. Like there's one really close that I love called the Grumpy Goat. Yeah, I love. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a myth, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you tried haggis?
I love haggis.
Oh, fantastic.
There's a very vegetarian variety for those who don't like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
So yeah, haggis is one of the traditional Scottish foods, and when you are here, you have to try it.
You
And
have to. Yeah.
If you don't like it, that's okay, but I think it's quite nice. And as Pano said, there is a vegetarian option as well if you don't eat meat.
Actually, Glasgow has been ranked as one of the best places for for vegetarian restaurants.
Yeah, yeah. That's true.